On the test bench here I have a nice little budget machine. What I've put in is 2 sticks of 8 gig DDR4 3200, an ASRock AB350M HDV motherboard, and a WD Green 240 gig M2 SSD. So I've got 2 processors here. On the left here I've got an Athlon 200 GE, and on the right I've got a A8 9600. So in this video here today I will be comparing these two. Basically the Athlon 200 GE has replaced the A8 9600, which did come out as an AM4 socket right at the very beginning of the Ryzen processor. And right now we've got the Athlon 200 GE. Just a quick unboxing. As you can see, there's really not that much in the box. 1 cardboard box, 1 processor, 2 stickers, the manual and the cooler. And right now in my left hand I've got the brand new cooler. On the right hand I've got the A8 cooler, which at a quick glance they look to be identical. And with the A8 9600 being a 65 watt TDP processor, the factory cooler that comes with the Athlon should be perfectly adequate, as that one is rated at 35 watts. So I don't see an issue there, any issues at all with cooling this little APU. Anyway, right now I'm removing the A8 9600. I've already concluded my test with that one, which you'll see shortly. And I have also done the BIOS update for the ASRock board. It's now running BIOS revision 5.1, which has full support for the Athlon. And just loading up the Cinebench test. On the left hand side I've got the Athlon, and on the right hand side I've got the A8. So as you'll soon see, this is actually sped up to 3 times speed, which is still incredibly slow. But anyway, I'll let the results speak for themselves. On the OpenGL side of things, the A8 did beat the newer Athlon with the Vega chip, and the results you'll see quite soon definitely swing to the Athlon for processing ability. So also, as I mentioned, this particular test was sped up 3 times. It was considerably slow. Well, as you can see on the left hand side, the Athlon's already finished with a very low score, but a reasonable score for quite a budget chip, and also low power chip. As you can see there, the A8 is now finished and has been nicely smashed by the Athlon. So if you need something that's a bit more processor based at a very budget price, with the plan of upgrading down the line, the Athlon very well may fill that for you. Here on, I've got Fortnite running on medium graphics, with most things turned off, and also currently have the resolution set to 720p. And again, on the left hand side we've got the Athlon, and on the right hand side we've got the A8. So I do jump through this video a little bit just after the initial dive, but I'll give you a rough idea of the FPS. Sorry that it's slightly out of sync, but as good as I was able to get it. Anyway, so far I found the results with Fortnite to actually surprise me a little bit. The A8 so far in the testing has proven to be anywhere from around about 5 to around 10 FPS better in-game than the Athlon. So even though it's a much newer chip, in this particular game it's proven to be not as good with the Vega chip as opposed to the brute force of the old R7 graphics. One thing I'd find with these particular chips is that if you're buying them for a low powered machine, I'd be more inclined to go towards the Athlon, being that it's 35 watt TDP. So it's lower temperature, lower heat, lower power. But being that if you're on an extreme budget or you're planning on upgrading down the line, I'll be almost inclined to go towards the A8, use that for 3 to 6 months and then replace it with a Ryzen chip down the line, purely for the fact that being that it's an older chip getting rendered obsolete by the Athlon one, or the Athlon processor, then I can see down the line that there should be a nice little price drop on the A8 or possibly the A10 chips. And coming up now, I've got a CSGO quick demo to get in replay. Again, Athlon left, A8 on the right. And with this particular game as well, I felt that it was getting the best Counter-Strike Go on medium graphics was also getting the games on the A8 as opposed to counter to all the results I've seen mainly online, where everything online usually swings towards the Athlon. But one thing I have noticed as well is the games that I'm testing right now are older, less demanding games, where if I was to load up something like Battlefield 1, it would swing towards the Athlon, being that it's more processor intensive than more processor intensive than graphics intensive on those lower end chips. But either way, these will be a little stopgap if you would upgrade chips, and also much more. Anyway, they're my thoughts. I'll catch you later.